This video goes over properly and securely attaching the joystick to the actual arm on the chair. The first step is going to be to unscrew the bottom plastic fastener until you see the screw inside lower to the point where the joystick would be able to be securely placed inside the fastener, and then of course once the joystick is in the fastener, to tighten this thoroughly. Now the next part, and when I say thoroughly, give it a good couple squeezes here to make certain that your joystick is not going to move. If you do see some play in the joystick, you might want to place the joystick or roll the joystick around just slightly until you get to the point where it fits nice and secure as such. Underneath here, you're going to look and you're going to see that there should be either 3 or 4 prongs in this side of the connector, and you're going to see that there's a plastic protrusion above this side of the connector that is in a stationary space. You're going to look at the other side of the connector here, and you're going to notice 2 things. First and foremost, this side of the connector actually moves and rotates, which will be used to fasten the connector securely in place. And you can see that there is a ridge in the top of this connector, and there are 4 pins that you can see inside, and there's a 5th area with no pin. Again, if we look at the other connector, you can see that we have 4 pins. Some of these connectors have 3 pins that go diagonal. There is the capability and ability for both to function and operate with this chair. But most importantly, you see in here a small protrusion that you're going to match up with the ridge. So the first step here is to match the protrusion with the ridge, and do not force connect these both together. Now the next step is you want this ring right here that is with the connector actually on the chair. You want to slide that up very gently, and you just simply want to tighten that to the point where it fastens both sides together. And at that point, if we focus on the top of the joystick, you are ready to press the power button and turn the joystick on. We're going to turn the joystick off and take another look at the actual fastener and connector. Very important, when you're ready to disconnect, that there's no force that can damage the joystick, and that would in essence and effectively void the warranty if there was damage due to the customer forcing something. Very gently unscrew, and you can see if this little plastic part is loose right here, the joystick is ready to come apart. We're going to put the joystick together and take it apart just one more time. On the actual chair, the receiver part or the receiver port on the chair should have a plastic part as such that is loose. There should be no loose parts on the actual joystick, but you do see a ridge that is going to be used for this plastic part right here to lock into and lock the joystick in place. You have a ridge here. You have a groove in the other part right here. You meet the ridge and the groove together. Now you're going to work with this part right here, so it might need to have a little bit of work to make this come loose. So this is not connected when this part is loose. You would still be able to turn the joystick on, but the part can come apart very easily. So very simply connect these parts together, put this part forward, and you are going to simply spin until the point where this is no longer loose. The joystick will not come apart at this point in time. It is secure, it is firmly into place. To unscrew, simply turn away. Once this part is loose, you can now disconnect the joystick. Thank you for watching.